Hi, I'm Scott Kiner. I am your host for this edition of Real Estate Today. This program provides meaningful information to homeowners who are dealing with the real estate crisis. My guest today is a prominent Palm Springs attorney, a real estate attorney and broker by the name of Mitchell Reed Sussman. Welcome, Mitchell.
Good to be here, Scott. Thanks for having me.
With many homeowners out of work or behind in their mortgage payments, a very important question I get asked is, can a person who's filed bankruptcy stay in their home? And that's the subject of today's show. Mitchell, if a homeowner is falling behind on their mortgage payments, is bankruptcy a solution?
By all means, bankruptcy is a solution for someone who is falling behind on their payments and who is in foreclosure or potentially in foreclosure.
Tell me how a bankruptcy stay works.
A stay is like an injunction, and what it does is it stops foreclosures, it stops repossessions, it stops lawsuits, it stops all kinds of collection activity.
What is the difference between a 13 and a 7 bankruptcy?
The Chapter 7 is a liquidation plan whereby the trustee would liquidate assets. The Chapter 13 is a repayment plan, and it is the most frequently used if you are interested in saving your home.
Over how many months can I stretch my bankruptcy 13 plan?
You can stretch out your plan over as many as 60 months. I usually recommend that people try and pay off their arrears within 3 to 4 years if possible.
What if I miss payments during my 13 filing?
Well, Scott, if a debtor misses payments in a Chapter 13, that is not the end of the plan. The attorney for the debtor can seek relief to allow a missing of a payment or 2 or 3.
Do I still pay my real estate taxes and my HOA fees while I'm in bankruptcy?
You are required to maintain currency and be current on your regular payments.
Now, what if I decide to file a Chapter 7? Will I be able to keep my house?
You can keep the home if your mortgage holder is willing to negotiate a forbearance agreement or an agreement that allows you to have time to either come up with a lump sum or make payments outside of the Chapter 7.
I've heard of something called a homestead. Does that stop my foreclosure?
That's a very good question, Scott. A homestead will not prevent or stop a foreclosure. What it will do is it will set aside a certain amount of money so that a non-secured creditor cannot put a lien on your house to affect the amount of the homestead exemption that you would be entitled to.
How much is the homestead exemption for Californians?
$75,000 is the current exemption amount, but it goes up to $175,000 if you are over the age of 65 or you're disabled. Now, you really do need to talk to an experienced real estate attorney to find out specifically what the homestead is for you, and there is legislation currently in Sacramento whereby the homestead exemptions will as much as double over the course of the next few years, so it is important to find out the latest information from an experienced real estate attorney.
Thank you, Mitchell. That was very informative. I'm sure our viewers learned something today that can help them through these very difficult economic times. That's today's show. But before we go, if someone viewing the show or a real estate professional has a particular topic or subject they would like to see on the show, you can reach me by email at scottk@kinercom.com. If you have a question about this show or a question for Mitchell, you can reach him by email at mitchell.sussman@palmspringsLitigationAttorney.com. Thank you for watching.